Is homeownership what you've kind of been looking forward to and you thought, once I get to pull the trigger on homeownership, I succeeded, I'm going to be set for retirement? Well, think again. If you haven't bought a house right now and you're looking for one, you need to make about $30,000 a year more to afford a house. How do I know that? Well, let's jump into this video. I got this little snippet of news and then we'll jump right into it.
But according to this report, again, the average American household earns about $30,000 less than what's needed to afford the median priced home, and total credit card debt topped $1 trillion in the U.S. for the first time last year.
Okay, so now we just saw that video, and to afford the average house, you need about $30,000 more than they're making right now. And the household income is already sky high in the United States. It's about $70,000 or $80,000. That's what the family makes, or that's something like it. And in order for you to afford an average house, you need to make $30,000 more. So let's look into it. How do you make $30,000 extra? How do you can come up with that kind of money? It's actually not that easy to make that much more money because an average salary of one person is about 67,000. So when you're looking at it, how to actually make it more money, you need to work another half-time job, a part-time job that fills the same skill set. And so when we look at it and we work 40 hours a week, so in order to get that, we can either increase our skills or then we'd have to work more and take out another job to come up with that 30,000. And now the question that we're going to be asking ourselves is it worth it for homeownership? Is that worth it for you to sacrifice and work that much more hours to then be able to afford a house? Let me know in the comments if you think that that is worth the amount of time, because job hopping right now is probably not the best solution because it's so volatile, and some say first in, first out, right? So if you come in and then they got to make cuts, they're probably going to let you go. They might not, depending on department and skills and all that. But it's detrimental to society and to you to make a good living if you want to buy a house. Because if you can't buy that nice house or that house you want, it's going to go into foreclosure and all that. It's going to bring down the neighborhood values because your house now sold for less, so everybody else's is worth less. They can't refinance. So it has a whole big aftermath of actually ripple effects if you can't afford your house. So then you're stuck with renting. And renting, if you watch that video that I just showed in the beginning, is also not the greatest thing because they said rent went up on average about 6% year over year. That's a lot of money. And he even said that most Americans did not get a 6% raise. They've probably got a title bump. The pay stayed the same, but you now have to do more. So when you think about it, is that we're in a really, really, um, how do you call it? In a really not good spot, in a dire position where everything's priced sky high, and Walmart and all these other people are also laying off. And I feel like once Walmart is starting to lay people off, it's not good. But even the $1 store is laying off people. And I personally thought always when, during recessions, that's what at least I kind of grew up always thinking. When you're, like when you're not that financial wealthy and you can't make payments, or you can't make a bunch of like extra payments on your credit card and you don't have the money, you go to the dollar store, and that's kind of like a viable option. And they got some decent products. I buy them for my Airbnb, cleaners and all that stuff, like sponges and all that. And to be honest, those sponges and those brushes are better for $1 than a $19 one on Amazon. So it's not that they got bad products. It's just different, right? And now I'm thinking, how are these people going out of business? These $1 stores going out of business if you're actually making, if you're actually making less money. So you need to go shop there. So, and I'm not like banging on anybody that's shopping there because, I do it too. But if you're going to shop there and there's more people that need to go shop there, why are they closing? Why is not Dollar Tree expanding like crazy? So I'm going to look that up when I get back to the house, and I'm going to have here a little graph showing if Dollar Tree actually opened up new stores more than they closed. Because it would make sense, right? You have a downturn in the economy. Where do people go? Well, they go to the dollar store. And when the economy rises, they go to Target, they go to Whole Foods and whatnot. And they go to more fancier spots. But with high credit card debt, that these people are taking out, they're living off of credit card debt, it might has not come to the point yet where credit cards get declined and they say, oh, we can't do another credit card. So they're just hanging in there and actually still spending the money at Whole Foods and whatnot. Because I don't think that many Whole Foods closed compared to how many dollar stores went out of business. So it might be the dollar stores are going to be further down the chain of businesses that will then rise, because during recessions, even into like commercial real estate or something, I think dollar stores are a pretty decent option. But not nowadays, where these 99-cent stores and whatnot are going out of business. And I don't think it's the name. I don't think because they raised the prices from $1 to $1.25 is their downturn. And let me know in the comments below if you think that's because of the name, because it's not $1 anymore, you stopped shopping there. No, it's just everything got so expensive. And I know the prices are not going to come down again. So it's $1.25 now. So they increased their margin by 25%. What's a huge jump when you think about it. But they had to do it. And I think we're all used to it now that it's $1.25. So yeah, it's crazy when you think about how the dollar store just crazy made a 25% increase in prices, and so everybody else also upped their prices, but they're still closing stores. So is that really from the name that people can't shop there, or is it because they don't have the products, or they can't get the suppliers to supply it at that cheap rate that they just can't do it? But then in the dollar store that I go to in Las Vegas has stuff for $5 also. So it's like you can shop at different spots and buy name brands way cheaper. So an example for me is that the toothpaste I bought on Amazon, they were like 3 for $9. I found the exact same Colgate toothpaste for $1.25 at the dollar store. So it's like, why go to Amazon when you can just pick it up at the dollar store for $1.25 when it's the exact same one? So somebody made a killer off of buying these toothpastes and reselling it on Amazon. So let me know if that's something that I'm just thinking, or if that's something that you guys have also thought about, because it's just doesn't seem right that these stores are going out of business when the economy's not doing that great. And when you need to make $30,000 more a year to keep it going, to buy a house, something's got to change. Something's got to break. Either they got to lower interest rates, or they got to figure some way out how Americans can actually afford to live in the United States again. So this was my short little walk. Let me know if you ever want to see an Airbnb tour of my Las Vegas Airbnb. I'll make some videos about that later on and see how some crazy stories I've got, because there's just crazy stuff in Las Vegas that doesn't happen anywhere else besides around here. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me know if you have a topic idea that I should make a video about, or send me stuff. Here's my email, send it to me, and I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in my next video.